Warning, major spoilers for Quintessential Quintuplets. Yes, I know that it is a dick move to put spoilers in a Novid video, but you wanted a literature review, so here we are. In Quintessential Quintuplets, one of the two main arguments I've seen for the ending being a letdown is that the ending felt rushed, which I cannot disagree with, as it did feel like the series needed a few more chapters for the Quints to get over Futuro's announcement. The other main argument I often see is that Yotsuba, the bride, does not get any character development, so she does not deserve to win. That, when compared to her noisy siblings, she's a little more than a gag background character, with YouTuber Full Animatics admitting in his video on the topic that he occasionally forgot that Yotsuba existed while watching anime when she was not on screen. So for him, the actual confession comes out of nowhere, as she had not had an established visual character arc before it. Another content creator, Admiral Smug, also has a video on the topic. He highlights that compared to Nino, who grew dramatically during the manga, Yotsuba basically did not change, and he thinks that Futuro picked Yotsuba with little to no reason, as according to him, the reasons that Futuro gives to why he chooses Yotsuba could be applied to any of the other quintuplets. I disagree with this, and will explain later the reasons Futuro had behind choosing Yotsuba, but first let me explain why Yotsuba does indeed have a character arc, and what it actually is. Yotsuba's arc, to put it bluntly, is to become more selfish. Now, that is not something that is usually associated with character growth. Rather, it is the opposite that is usually true with characters becoming less selfish as they experience growth. However, in Yotsuba's case, her entire story in the manga is one of satisfying other people's needs over her own. This is in part because of her past, where she was the first quintuplet who tried to be different and stand out, with her adopting her signature ribbon. Later on, she even told Miku that she was her own person and didn't want to be associated with the rest of her siblings. Then, when she failed her exams and her sisters supported her, she felt bad that she had tried to be different and instead pushed to help her sisters in any way possible, including in their quest for Futuro, even though it meant suppressing her own feelings for him. We see her struggle with this throughout the manga, with her not revealing her past to Futuro as it could undermine her relationship with her siblings. She even got Itsuku to dress up as her past self to prevent herself from being the quint with the soul's special relationship to him. Yet, at the same time, she openly admits to herself that she does indeed love him, and was the one to kiss him underneath the bell pull, representing an inner conflict between her desire to help her sisters out versus her own desire to love Futuro. This ultimately comes to a close in the final panel before the confession, as we see what Yotsuba thinks she could say to make Futuro reconsider and go out with another quint, but she does not say them. Instead, she finally admits her own feelings, that she loves Futuro, and always has. This is the moment her character changes, as she finally admits that she can want her own things once again and be selfish. This is the climax of her arc, that she can finally truly be herself and accept Futuro's feelings towards her. Then, the final part of her arc is her opening up to her sisters about her own desire to be with Futuro, and whether or not they can accept it. Now, to circle back to the start, why does Futuro choose Yotsuba? Well, to put it bluntly, Yotsuba makes him a better person. In his video on this topic, Senpai Supreme highlighted that the reason that the ending sucked for a lot of people was that they used Miku as a self-insert, and that Miku being rejected was the series rejecting them, as lots of people can relate to struggling to be yourself, and the fear and anxiety that it brings. Futuro helped her to break out of her shell and achieve a dramatic character change as a result, therefore she should be with him. This view is understandable, but it fails to see the other side of the coin, that is, who was it that helped Futuro open up? As at the beginning of the series, Futuro is not a nice person to be around. He does not even care about the quints, as he views the tutoring job as a mercenary contract to earn money for his desperate family, and the person who opens him up is Yotsuba. She is the one who nominates him to be class president, to help him show the rest of the class what he is actually like. She is the one to make him smile when they are on the swings, and she is the one who is committed to improving her studying, even if it does get sidetracked with other responsibilities, and furthermore helps him discover a new way for them to learn. She makes him a better person, in the same way that Futuro made Miku a better person, so it is understandable why Futuro chose her. So Yotsuba does have an arc, even if it is as unflattering as her transforming from an apparent doormat, as according to musings by Danon, to a person who can actually pursue their own happiness. It just had a rushed ending that, if fixed, would make her arc stand out amongst her siblings.